What's up? It's Big O, here with another faction reaction. I always used to wonder, how was it as a woman being locked down? Let's go ahead and get into it and check it out. Let's dive deep. Peep game.
Ladies, y'all put some space in between y'all.
And many of our women prisoners who would not be gay or lesbians in the free world are in fact drawn to each other here, and that ultimately actually into lesbian sexual relationships.
When I first came to prison, about a year after I was in prison, I started being with women, probably for affection.
It is a rule violation for inmates to have sex in prison.
I love you!
When we see it, then they are punished. Because of that. We can't have it.
I'm the wife.
They don't tell you about this part when you catch a case. But inside women's prison, there's a common slang.
I have this expression called gay for the stay and straight at the gate.
Real talk, behind those walls, loneliness hits different. And I'm talking about a type of lonely that'll make women do things that are crazier than anything you can imagine. Some of y'all think you know what prison love is. But what I'm about to break down, this ain't what you see in the movies. This is what actually goes down, and I mean deep down, when you take everything from someone, their freedom, their family, their touch. And trust me, what fills that void, it's wilder than you think.
This clip explains it precisely.
This is an older lady, I look up to them. So this is like my mother figure. They start calling them mom. This is, the lesbian female, this is my dad, whatever. Something that they don't get at home, something they've never had. And in here, the relationships are much more close because you're so enclosed, and you see these people every single day, no matter what you do, So you build these bonds with people.
All right, so let's break down this loneliness thing, because this is where most people get it twisted. See, when you think about being lonely, you probably think about being home alone on a Friday night, right? Maybe scrolling through Instagram, wishing you had plans. That ain't even close to what we're talking about here. Prison loneliness, that's a whole different beast. And for girls, it hits different.
Hey guys, what's up? So I want to say, it is very true that everyone is gay in prison. The prison that I was in, there was no straight girls. Everyone was gay for the stay. Alright, like facts, like everyone was. Like you come in straight and you leave like gay, and then you're straight again whenever you go home.
Picture this. You wake up every single day to the same concrete walls, same faces, same routine, no privacy. Can't touch nobody you love. Can't get a hug from your mom. Can't feel safe in somebody's arms. Now multiply that by months, years, sometimes decades. Your brain starts doing something wild when you're deprived of human touch and connection that long. It literally rewires itself to survive. And for women especially, they're wired for connection, for intimacy, for bonding. To explain this, let me paint you a real picture.
I think women have like a bigger rate of going to prison and turning gay, right? Like than men.
Yeah, straight at the gate.
Yeah.
Gay for the stay.
Gay for the stay, yeah. So did you find yourself a girlfriend in there?
A couple.
And what's a prison relationship look like?
Fucking terrible.
It's weird. It's got to be weird, right?
It's terrible. So you live in different cottages, like units or whatever. Like, so if they find out that's your girlfriend, she got to go to another unit, and you can bet your ass she's fucking somebody in the other unit for sure. That's gonna happen. So they didn't last very long, because once you got caught in the relationship, they got to move your boo away from you. So now you got to move on, and sometimes people would have like out of cottage girlfriends and in cottage girlfriends, and you navigate.
That sounds like a lot to keep up with.
It was a nightmare.
And can you hook up in prison though? Isn't it hard to do? Like, because there's somebody always around. Like,
it's hard, but it's not. There's like 2 COs for like every 400 girls. So.
Okay, but what about other inmates? Like, you just have to like.
Well, you have them like 6'5" for you.
Okay.
Yeah. But they also tell on you, so it's like terrible. It's like the quickest 5 seconds of your life, and you think it's like great.
And you think it's like, yeah, it's exciting.
And it's a dirty shower. You can't touch the walls. Like half the time, there's tampons floating down the drain. Like there's zero romance about that.
Yeah.
Zero.
Have a hot date in the shower.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very hot to me. I'm not.
No.
It's not doing it for me right now.
No.
Catch something for the shower. Yeah, it's definitely not Orange is the New Black. You know?
Yeah, you got the girls coming back from visits, pooping in the shower because they didn't got drugs on their visit. So
Man.
There's nothing like romantic about shower sex.
Yeah, no wine and dine whatsoever.
No.
Was it always in the shower?
I mean, some people would have sex on the toilet, but that was like
Oh
below
my God, no
that was below
thanks.
my standard. Like,
But
you
I'm
know,
thinking like
the tampon shower was like better than
2 COs per 400 girls. There's got to be. Was it like an open dorm?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, but I'm
like
thinking
each side
though,
was like 200 bunk beds.
and there had to have been an opportunity for like to use a bunk bed to. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Girls would like put sheets up and stuff. I just was never like that brave or pressed. And some of the COs was like cool, and some of the COs was having sex with inmates.
We're talking
so.
about We're talking about fingers here, right? For the most part,
Yeah.
right? So like,
It's pretty doable anywhere.
I feel like
they would have
yeah.
sex on the yard. Like, it didn't really matter.
Yeah, anywhere.
Yeah, anyway. I just had standards.
Now here's how it actually goes down. It usually starts innocent. 2 cellmates talking late at night, sharing commissary. Maybe one's having a breakdown, missing her kids, and the other one's there to comfort her. That physical touch, even just a hand on the waist, it triggers something in your brain that's been starved. Next thing you know,
These 2 girls are getting it on. Around me. Now I'm on the top bunk, so I could see all the other women on the top bunk. So I know where the general vicinity and the moaning starts.
some of these relationships get deep, dog. Like really, really deep. But here's the thing. Loneliness is just the beginning. Because some women take this survivor thing to a whole different level. And what they're willing to do, that's where it gets really crazy.
We have a good relationship. We've been together about 2 years. And for a relationship in here, it's good. Known couples aren't usually housed together. But we manage to connect sometimes. You know?
Yeah, there's a way around everything.
So you get in here and you don't have anybody, you don't have anything, so you just sort of cling to somebody.
And women are more affectionate or whatever anyway. So it looks like normal couples on the streets, but it's all women. Some look like boys. So
yeah, they shave their head and they walk around like a little boy.
Yeah, they even hold themselves like they're something down there.
I'm the wife.
We spend our money together. I shop and get our stuff and cook our food every day and make sure she has her stuff. We do everything together, everything. You know, so whatever she's involved in, I'm involved in.
Now this next part, most people don't want to talk about it, but it's happening in prisons across the country every fucking day. Here's something most people completely miss about prison. The power dynamic is everything, and I mean everything. COs control your whole life like puppeteers with broken strings. When you eat, when you shower, with whom you shower, if you get phone calls, if you get yard time. Basically, they can make you a bit easy or they can make it hell. So what do some women do when they realize they got something these officers want? They use it. This ain't about love. This ain't even about attraction most of the time. This is pure survival and strategy. These women start small, extra attention, lingering conversations, compliments, maybe asking for small favors, an extra blanket, an extra tray of dinner. And most COs, especially the male ones, they work in long hours, dealing with stress or they fat wife, or maybe they got problems in life. So when an inmate starts showing them attention, making them feel special, some of them fall for it. Next thing you know, that CO is bringing in contraband, cell phones, drugs, food from outside, money getting put on commissary accounts. And in exchange, sometimes it's sexual, sometimes it's just the promise of sexual. Either way, that inmate just leveled up their whole situation just because that guard started thinking with his dick.
There's a lot of cheek busting going on up in the female prison. You know, you might work for the, what they call him?
The warden?
The warden. You know, work in the warden's office. They give me
Because these women, they know they're in prison. These dudes do not have no problems busting up in the women.
They have no problem. They getting that. And they got about 500 of choices to choose from. And these females in there, you know, they altering their clothes. So they clothes, you come in is baggy, but when they get finished with it, you got a whole bodysuit on. Yeah, so you walking around, you can see it all.
Here's an inmate explaining it.
Did I have pretty privilege in prison? Yes, I did. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not everybody's 10. Everybody has types. I'm not everybody's type, but I was some people's type, and so I had some advantages because I looked a certain way. I don't have, a super curvaceous body. I'm thin, so I got my uniforms altered. As vain as that might sound, I literally had them altered because I wanted to feel some semblance of femininity. I was going to be in there for 10 years. I wanted to feel like a girl at some points, okay? But let me just tell y'all something. There is a downside to pretty privilege in prison. You're in there with a bunch of females. Y'all already know females get in their feelings. They have these emotions. We go through it. So you could literally gain a hater like instantaneously, someone you've never talked to, just because they're jealous of how you look and just because you're getting more attention than they are. And people that are jealous and angry, they might try to cut you in the face, they might try to beat you with a lock. And so having pretty privilege in prison or looking a certain way or having certain advantages, it could also get you hurt. And it's a dangerous position to be in if you do not use it in the right way. So you have to be careful and walk a tight line, because pretty privilege may open some doors for you, but it also, it'll bring some people your way that you might not want your way, okay? So that's the lowdown on pretty privilege in prison, y'all. Yes, it exists. Yes, I had it to a degree. And yes, it can be very dangerous. I love y'all. The more you know, knowledge is power. See y'all in the next one.
I got more attention because I was beautiful. But here's the coldest part. Some of these women, they got multiple COs competing for their attention, playing them against each other, using one to get phone privileges, another to get drugs, another to get information about when shakedowns are happening. It's a whole chess game. And the women who master it, they living better than 90% of the prison population.
But that's just the beginning. After these hoes skillfully persuade dumb CO to get basically anything you want, then they start playing big. Here's something most people would never believe if you told them. Women are running full Cash App operations from inside prison. No phone, no computer, no freedom. This is what happens when you combine desperation, manipulation, and the power of human connection.
My name is Sabrina, I'm 32. I'm here at Sticky in Boise, and I have 2 years to do. I'm 32, and I'm looking for people to just chop it up with, just keep it live and entertain me and shit. So if you're down for that, hit me up on JPay. My number is 126113. I would love to hear from you. I got enough time. Alright, bye.
Hey guys, what's up? My IDOC is 141651. Okay, so I'm in a legal bind and I'm having some issues with board and some nonsense is going on, so I'm actually reaching out to find maybe some legal support, law students, lawyers, anybody who can help me. Anybody reach out and I'll let you know what's going on in detail. But again, it's 141651, and thank you for even listening.
Hi guys, what's up? My name's Chelsea Jones. I'm in prison in Idaho at SICI. My IDOC number is 123796. You guys can add me on jpay.com. I'm just looking for someone to get to know and to see where it goes. I hope to hear from you guys.
Some of these women are making more money locked up than they did when she was from the streets. Here's how it works. Remember those relationships we talked about? Some of them extend to the outside world. A woman inside might have a girlfriend on the outside. Or maybe she still got dudes who were checking for her before she got locked up. Maybe family members feeling guilty. So they start working these relationships. Maybe I need $50 for commissary. I'm going through it. Can you send something to help me out? If you really love me, you'd make sure I'm good in here. And people send it over and over. Sorry, let's call them simps. Some of these Cash App accounts got hundreds, sometimes thousands being sent every month. The most strategic ones, they got their prison girlfriend managing everything from the outside. That woman on the streets becomes like a business manager. She's collecting money, managing relationships, keeping track of who's sending what. Sometimes she's even talking to multiple people, making them all think they're the only one. It's a whole operation. And the craziest part, some of these relationships are real. That outside girlfriend actually loves her partner inside, but love and business got mixed together. Now she's running a hustle to keep her girl comfortable and maybe even profiting herself. Think about that for a second. A woman with zero access to technology, locked in a cell, still found a way to generate income. That's not about being a criminal. That's about survival instinct being so strong that people will find a way no matter what. And that's the real story behind prison lesbian relationships. It ain't just about attraction. It's about loneliness that changes you. It's about manipulating the system to survive. It's about turning relationships into strategies and strategies into money. These women are doing whatever it takes to make it through their bid. And whether you agree with it or not, you gotta respect the level of adaptation that takes. So now you know what really goes down. This is the reality nobody talks about. The survival tactics, the manipulation, the genuine connections that form in the worst circumstances. If this opened your eyes to what prison life really looks like, make sure you smash that like button. There's no goal, I'm leaving it up to you, my G. Your support means a lot. And if you know somebody on the inside, maybe this helped you understand what they're going through a little better. This is the real world.
Well, I wanted to know, and now I know. CO smashing, falling in love, being crooked for these chicks. Hey, I ain't gonna knock them. Not at all. Who's to say? If I was in that situation, would I smash? Just to keep it a buck with you? More than likely I will. You already know the business. But I don't knock these females that's been locked up or still locked up for getting their hustle on. You know, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Like I said, I've been there before. So I know how it is to be behind that wall. You know, you got to keep that money coming in. Hopefully you got somebody that's by your side to keep that money flowing in so you can have that commissary. But on another note, it is what it is. It's life as we know it. I'm glad that I checked out this video and y'all checked out this video. I'm digging a little deeper on the females on lockdown, about the women that's on lockdown. To all the females out there that's been on lockdown before or on lockdown right now as we speak, much love and respect. I don't judge nobody, for real, because I've been there and done that when it becomes talking about behind the wall. I did my bid, so I know how it is. But for those who have been locked down, all the women that have been locked down, hey, won't you go ahead and speak on your experience if you choose to do so. But this is Big O. Y'all already know the business about me. I'll catch y'all on the next one.